Bon, donc on va arrêter là. Excusez-moi parce qu'il y avait encore un autre fond de l'autre. This is gonna be only in English because I think we already did the same video a little bit earlier, talking about the approval that the IMF has given to the Republic of Congo under the leadership of most of the financial criminal and blood criminal too, what we call Sassou Nguesso, who is actually a mercenary, a man that the French people has put in place right there in the Congo. You also have to know that the Congo is now divided into countries. You have the Congo Republic, which is under the leadership of Sassou Nguesso, and you have also the Congo Federation. It is a new country, was born in October 23rd, 2021. Right now, the Congo Federation is working toward the mechanism of freeing the country and kick out all the militia that Sassou Nguesso and the French people have put there. The Congo Federation land is right now under what we call an internal colonization, where the Congo people are being killed, their land are being sold, and the natural resources are being spoliated by the Moshi, people from the north, by the Sassou Nguesso regime, and by the French. What we call here French is right now under the leadership of Mr. Macron, who is the French president. So you know that in January 21st, 2022, which is about 5 days ago, the IMF Executive Board approved a new 455 million US dollar, what they have called extended credit facility arrangement for the Republic of Congo. That's where we are asking the question, based on what the IMF has approved this money toward the Sassou Nguesso regime, based on what? Let's go back to the history. In 2019, I think it was in July 11, the same approval was done with what we have called here an immediate payment of, I believe it was 45 million US dollar was given to the Sassou Nguesso regime. 70% of that money was taken by Sassou Nguesso himself. Remember, at that time, the Congo Republic, they have the person who is called Kalis Ganongo as a financial minister. Um, that guy went under a health problem, health issue because of that situation. I think he suffered heart attack because the advance payment made by the IMF was probably to inject within the Congo economy system. But Sassou Nguesso himself took 75% of the 48 million, I believe 49 million US dollar that was paid at that time. Under the same contract, there were some goals that the IMF put in place. The Sassou Nguesso regime, the Congo Republic, under the leadership of the French president, they supposed to reach that goal in order of the contract keep moving forward. Even though the payment of 49 million was done right away when the contract was approved, when the executive board, the IMF's executive board approved it, $49 million US was right away paid to the Congo, given to the Congo. And then the IMF said that, okay, we're going to put in place, as usual, the rule of law for you to be able to get the remaining money. There were 48 goals the Congo was supposed to reach in able for the contract to keep moving forward. I'm going to just take a few points of that contract, what we have called the 48 measurement. You can call it like that, but it was a goal. It's like a law. When you reach that goal, then we're going to pay this amount of money. 48 of them. Number one was the governance, transparency, fight against corruption, fraud, and also bringing back all the money that some people within the system have stolen and hide some in different countries overseas. That was the main one, right? And they were also freedom of speech. That was like kind of peaceful way of bringing back democracy, freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom of press, freedom of moving people from point A to point B. It was a kind of key to encourage the rollback of the democracy within the Congo Republic. We all know about it. We read about it. It was everywhere. Since that approval was done, the contract was signed in July 11, 2019. None of the 48 measurement of 48 goals was reached. None of this was reached by the Congo Republic. None of this was reached by the Sassou Nguesso regime, neither by the French, who is a French president, who is the owner of the Republic of Congo. None of this was reached. None of this got. As you know that when you work for a big corporation here in Canada, United States of America, in so many different countries, when you have a huge corporation, every year, each employee has a goal to reach. And your increase at the end will depend on if you have reached all of this goal that was set at the beginning of the year by your manager. You understand what I'm saying? So from July 11, 2019 until today, none of the 48 measurement or 48 goals was reached by the Sassou Nguesso. How come in January 22nd, 2022, it's mean like in 5 days ago, the IMF executive board has approved another loan money to the Sassou Nguesso regime. This is a fishy. Something doesn't look right here. This is this is a corruption, and this is a mafia. Right? This is a mafia. Okay, you also know that there were a problem with what they have called money of future generation. This is was evaluated to billion of US dollar, and all of this money has disappeared. Fight against corruption. You know that corrupted people still there, and most of them still in high position in power. So they still have all of the billion of dollar of the soft, which is the Congo money that they've been hiding somewhere. Crime has probably been multiplied by exponential factor. You know that. And corruption are probably also multiplied by exponential factor there. Fraud, we still be in a fraud in the Republic of Congo. As you know that now they're selling the Congo land, and the Congo is not part of the Republic of Congo anymore. How come the IMF can come to us in front of everybody worldwide, explain that the Congo never respected, never reached the 48 goal, even not one, but they still getting money. This is a mafia, and this is wrong. But we understand the game here. This is a game, like as usual. You remember in 2010, they put the Congo under the most poor country. But at that time, the same Congo did not meet the criteria of being in the range of the most poorest country. We know that there were some fixing of mafia fixing of economical, microeconomical budget of the Congo within the IMF. Please remember, at that time, Nicolas Sarkozy was the French president. Dominique Strauss-Kahn was the president, the territory of the IMF. They fix some number there. They wipe up some debts that belonging to the Sassou Nguesso regime in order for them to be placed in the range that they never deserve. In the same time, oil, money coming from oil was keep coming up. The barrel of oil was around 89, $110. They even talk about some reserve of money at that time. All of this is being well known within the IMF system, within the worldwide economy system. So now we are getting back to the same mafia system. But we are getting it. Each of these French presidents will always go see the criminal system to pay for their election. We have seen that with Hollande when he asked Sassou to go change the constitution is again, we have seen some fixing of money. The Congo debt has probably been multiplied by 100 times, all fixing money within the corrupted system with some fishy lender. We have seen that. They kill the Congolese people. Olon Gerard, after 5 years, he's been living a perfect life under the blood of the Congolese people. And this is the same thing happening. So the French politics, Palais de l'Élysée, with their president, they always work toward this mafia system, create some debt. The Congo, they guy, number one mafia in Congo, is gonna go see the Chinese, sign some debt. He's gonna go see some lender in the old system, take some debt, and then at the end, the money is being given to the French politician. That's what is happening right now. So how come the IMF is telling us, telling to the Sassou Nguesso regime, I have put 48 of this measurement, 48 of this goal. You have to obey on this. This is the law. If you don't reach this, I'm gonna pay you any money. The contract that was signed in 2019 was cancelled because of non-respect of the clause of the contract. But we are in the same circumstances right now in Congo, the same environment with the same people. How come now they're getting money? What happened to the IMF border? Do any of these people who are sitting on that border, they're getting the commission, fraud, bribe, money laundering? That's what we just want to know, right? When you read all of this, when you read all of this contract, on the fixing on the mafia system, they're putting in place the oil. But the oil belongs to Luango. Luango is not part of the Republic of Congo anymore. Luango is part of the Congo Federation, a new country that was created, put in place in October 23rd, 2021. So, how come the IMF can approve some money to the Republic of Congo, and the Republic of Congo is putting the oil that does not belong to them on the table? That's a question there. Something is fishy. The French, again, they have worked in that way so that the loan can be approved, and the French politician will take their money, and the debt will stay in the name of the Republic of Congo. How they going to pay it back with the oil does not belong to them? That's a question you have to answer. Another thing, they're using a large large scale of farming. That's what they're doing here. They're saying here, okay, because the Republic of Congo is showing some sign of large scale farming. But the question is, where they gonna be doing this farming? The land that the Republic of Congo is putting in place is telling to the IMF is the land that does not belong to the Republic of Congo. The land to do farming is the land that belongs to the Congo Federation, a new country. The land that belongs to the Congo people who have withdrawn themselves from the Republic of Congo because of non-transparency, when you come to economical system, non-transparency when it comes to the finance, because the Republic of Congo is deeply immersed in the large crime, blood crime, economical crime, because the Republic of Congo is keep buying mercenary military from overseas and bringing them to the Congo land so that they can keep killing the Congo. So if the IMF, by approving this with all of this mafia system, they're counting on the land to do a large scale farming, that's again, you have missed that point. The land does not belong to the Republic of Congo. The land belongs to the new country, the Congo Federation. The oil does not belong to the Republic of Congo. The oil belongs to the new country, the Congo Federation. So how then you're gonna get your money paid back? By doing the farming where? On top of water in the north, and the Republic of Congo. The oil is for Luango. Luango is in the federation. Luango will be running the oil so that it can promote the development of their people, the sustainability economy of their people in Luango. The other part of the federation, which is the state of Mpangala, the state of Buenza, state of Lekumu, the state of Nyadi, all of these states, they will be using their land for a large scale farming for the people and for the sustainability development. So if the IMF, the directory member, executive member, they have approved the $455 million US dollar here to the Republic of Congo, we can always say that this is a money that was put in place and paid for the French election, for Macron election, and not for even for the Ngala or the people that belong in the Republic of Congo. I think we were pretty clear on our statement, even though we are talking with a little English. I'm pretty sure that you are getting it better because we are talking better than the Nigerian, right? So we are pretty clear, my brother, my sister. The IMF directory board, the executive board member, you have to explain to the Congolese based on what you have provided a loan to the Sassou Nguesso regime of $455 million US. If you are thinking about the oil, about the gas, about natural resources that does not belong to the Nguesso or to the north, my brother, my sister, and executive member, you have just put your money in a sinkhole. A sinkhole. We are on one way in our new country we have put in place. We will be protecting our people. We'll be protecting our land. We'll be protecting our natural resources. Our land, our natural resources shall not be used to pay back the loan that we never use, the money that we never take. Our land, our natural resources will not be used to pay back the Moshi or the French loan. You understand it? The Congo people within the land, within the new country, the Congo Federation, all of us are talking with one voice. We are walking on one road, on one way. Who I am? I am Bernard Pongi. I'm representing the state of Buenza, the state of Lekumu in the Congo Federation Council. And we have a petition that's going on for so many months now. I'm talking on behalf of the 28 and 528 28,005 people, Congo, have signed this petition. You understand? You understand it better? I'm talking on behalf of the 28,005 people who have signed the petition. These people are very clear. They are creating their own country. They will be protecting their people, their culture. They will be protecting their land, and they will be protecting their natural resources. They will decide for their future, because we cannot keep staying with a group of people or ethnical group who are only thinking about destroying other life, killing, selling land, spoiling natural resources. No, enough is enough. It has been done for so many years, and now our people, they are all wake up to stop this. We have chosen our path, a new country, the Congo Federation. So if IMF is making all of this fixed up, so all of these people who are sitting on the executive board, they're taking their share of corruption, money laundering on behalf of the Republic of Congo. It's fine for you to do that, but please remember, the land in the south, the natural resources in the south, shall not be used as a gauge of paying back your money. Thank you for watching this video. May God bless you. May God bless the Congo Federation. See you next time. Bye-bye.